Hey everyone, my name is Priscilla. I am a copywriter with Ambitious AF Copywriting, and today's video is about why every business should have a brand story. First of all, you have to know what a brand story actually is in order for you to find the value in it. So let's break that down very quickly, and I'm going to make this as easy as I can. So one of the first things that your brand story is going to do, obviously it's going to tell the story of your business, but it's going to tell the story of who you are. So we're going to talk about who you are, who your business is, what is your business, what's the point of your business, and let's talk about the experience that your clients get from working with you. So those are three of the main points that you will be sharing within your brand story. And the other aspect of it is that it's going to share not only that, but it's going to give particular details. It's going to tell people who you are, what you do, what is the value that you bring, and what makes you different from someone else who offers a similar service. All of these details, along with so many others, are what make up your brand story. So hopefully that's pretty straightforward. Now, once you have your brand story, how can you use it? This is the fun part, and this is like the next best thing for me, because creating the story and being able to develop from beginning to end what your business and you represent, so that your ideal clients know who you are and what you do and how you can help them make more money, usually, right? Make some type of, either they're going to learn something from you, they're going to get something from you that makes them more money. Otherwise, what's the point in investing, right? So the next thing that you're going to do is, how can you use it? So for starters, let me give you some examples, because I was recently able to go through pretty much all of this process with my husband's website that I created, but it all started with his brand story. So once we have your brand story, we can actually put your website together. And that is like one of my next favorite things, because I'm able to take up this story that's usually about anywhere from like 7 to 12 paragraphs, sometimes more, just depends on your business and what you do and who your ideal clients are. But I'm able to take these paragraphs now from this story and use it throughout your website. So that's where you start realizing, okay, either you're gonna build a website that just talks about your services or just constantly about you, or it's written in a way where your ideal clients understand the value that you're going to bring and why they should work with you. So I was able to do that. The website, I put certain pieces on the homepage, I put some of it on the services page, and then of course we used it on the About Us page. So once we do that, we can, the other things are probably more technical on your website, depending on what kind of service you do. And that goes a little bit more into different details. But we're talking about your brand story, so let's stick to the point, because I can get sidetracked. Once you have that, basically what you can now build is your consistent marketing, because everything that you're ever going to print that has your logo on it, has your contact information on it, and your service information on it, should also talk about your business. It should not just be, hey, look at all the stuff we do, here you go. You're trying to convey that you're an expert at what you do and you're the best company, brand, business, whatever you want to call it, to work with. So your ideal clients have to be led down a journey. And what better way to lead someone down a journey than to give them a story, right? So the other thing that we were able to do was create flyers out of the same brand story. So all I did was I had the story up on one page and I was copy pasting. And guess what else we did with that? We are about to put some of that information also on the Google My Business page, which is so important for you to have. And here's one of the problems that many business owners or anyone who has started a business and tried to market it, you will open all these accounts across the board online, and every single one of them says something kind of different. That is inconsistent, and therefore Google has a little bit of a harder time picking things up as you being the expert. So sometimes it'll show certain things, like if someone looks up your particular name, maybe doesn't put the .com at the end, can you be found that way? So it creates a consistency across all platforms if you use bits and pieces of the story. So if we're talking about, the founder or how the business got started, this will all be part of your brand story. The other thing we did was, I think I mentioned, was we printed flyers. Yes, I did mention that. So we printed flyers. My husband went to a networking event he hosted at a charity tournament, and we created flyers, his business cards, and just everything across the board was uniform. Everything told the same story. It doesn't change from platform to platform or piece of paper that we hand out or whatever. So that's just one area. I think that's pretty much a lot of your marketing, right? The other thing that you can use this for is your elevator pitch. I have a client that I wrote a brand story for, and he said, you know what, every time that I go to an event, I can look at my brand story, because we gave him the hero statement at the top of his brand story, which is the very quick, brief answer to who he is, what he does, who he does it for, and the value that he brings. That it's basically like a mission statement. And when you have a website, if you have it well done, then that first paragraph that you see when you land on your website should give people exactly what they're about to read. What is the point of your business? Because if you just put a slogan there, a slogan doesn't necessarily mean anything. And I know I heard someone say this, it might have been Mike Kim, one of my favorite copywriters and marketers, but he said something like, just do it. We know that that's Nike's slogan, and the way that it's represented in Nike is, we know what that means, but let's just say a different company use it, like cakes, right? Or something else. It would have a completely different context. Just do it, just eat the damn thing, right? It would just change it. So that's not necessarily something that you have to worry about so much is your slogan. It should be that little hero statement, which is like your mission statement. The other thing that you can use your brand story for is endless amounts of content. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Endless amounts of content, because you can break that down and repurpose it, because guess what? That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. The message of who your brand is what you want to put out there. What does your brand represent? What does your brand mean when people see it? What do they get out of it? This has to be consistent. And if you don't have this in writing, we're over here worried about logos and our fonts, but we're not even thinking about the message that we're putting out there, and that's what your brand story does. So if you have any questions about brand stories, please leave them in the comments. Or you can also send me an email, because I'm always happy to hear from you guys, believe it or not. And I feel like not enough people take advantage of it, but I love getting emails. I love responding, and I love being able to help you figure out little things, even if it's something that you can't do right now to go with your whole brand story. Hey, there's little things that you can do, and I have templates and all kinds of goodies for you. So send me a message. Stick around, make sure you follow me, and if you found this helpful, share it with others. Thanks, you guys.